So for my MYP final product project, I will be explaining how selling principles can be applicable to YouTube channel content creation. And how I will be breaking down my MYP product will be into 3 research sources. 1 from a selling principles book, 2 from a reliable Badger link source, and 3 from a YouTube platform. In this source, I was handed by my selling principles teacher this book, which I have right here. And essentially how I took my information out of this resource was that which I could use to be applicable to YouTube content creation. For example, you could do vocal support for YouTube content creation, which you could use examples or analogies in your YouTube content. It also goes on to say trust-based communication, which can be just posting more often on your YouTube channel to build that trust-based communication with your audience, as well as pre-selling points, which essentially prime your audience in whatever content you want to give to your audience, which can be in the form of community posts and letting your audience know what your videos will be in the coming days, or as well as a short that introduces new audiences about your long form videos. But from all the ideas I investigated out of this book, 2 ideas really stuck to me: trust-based communication and personal goals. And personal goals might even be better than trust-based communication. Whether you're a salesperson or making content, having your personal goals and the value you want to give to your audience provide value onto other people's lives, and it also teaches you and helps you learn in a specific area of content creation that you so choose. My second research source I chose was from BadgerLink, which, as you can imagine, is one of the most reliable sources that we chose. Investigating this source, I put out 7 important ideas that I thought were important relating to YouTube content creation, or at least the strategy and planning of content creation. For example, flexibility is the key to team efforts in selling. Now, how is this so? Well, you can be flexible with the content you choose, who you want to be having in your content, how to announce your content. The list goes on, and even the location of where your content will be recorded at, which all contribute to content creation planning on one's YouTube channel. Another idea is that product planning starts with the consumer or the user. What does that mean? Was that you need to understand essentially the audience you want to give the product to. Now, relating to YouTube content creation, the audience may be a specified group of people. It may also be a group of people who understand a specific idea that you want to portray or add on to your ideas, which makes me lead on to another idea, is that a marketing strategy has a good intelligence system. Now, what does that mean? Doing the research on your audience and seeing how different content creation videos do well, and comparing that to different information in your YouTube channel. Let me break that down. You can use those to compare how or what your audience prefers and any recommendations that they may give you, essentially creating your intelligence system, which every marketing strategy needs to implement. And to end off with one last idea from this research source is that even though the marketplace is broad, product application must be local. Now, what does this mean? People who actually want to implement the content and value you want to give out to people is that you want to make it convenient and actually applicable to the actual person. So you may give examples in your content, or it could be applicable in your country. So what I mean by that is that you may make content in the United States and it may not be applicable in Europe or South America, depending on the content you make. So you want to make sure it either, 1, you're making it specifically for the people in your country or in your area, or 2, you want to make it as applicable as possible. My third project research source I chose was a YouTube video because given my project investigation style and approach to this project. Now, relating this to content creation, this source seems to help you structure content creation as well as psychological strategies to use during your content creation recording. He goes on to portray how salespeople use this in marketing strategies. For example, you may frame content or even products in a way that deems it to be positive and essentially agreeable to the consumer or to your audience. So, the idea of the serial position effect, which is the tendency for beginning information to be more important than in the middle information, as well as the last piece of information being more important than in the middle. So for example, say you want to express an idea to your audience or different piece of information at the end of your video, you can do so by using the serial position effect. Another idea I observed in this video was the bandwagon effect, which many YouTubers do with the trend of social media. A trending idea, such as a product or very well-known phrase that many people seem to adopt in their videos, and then therefore making various audiences interested in that social media trend, and that you can use for your content creation, whether that be YouTube Shorts or YouTube long-form videos, which may also affect the recency effect that this video gives, in that as you post trending content, you can post more and more of that because it's more relevant at that period of time to many people or to many audiences, making your YouTube channel grow and grow because of the trend that you portray to audiences in that period of time.